If, as is believed, premeditated acts arise out of the mysterious sequence of neuron discharges, out of what source do unpremeditated acts arise?
Well, nobody was in the basement until the police came. You know, the storage space is behind the water heater.
My God, if my son's so shiftless. I mean, look, he helped me paint the house last time.
He and Carl and your daddy both did.
Why are they telling such lies? Our neighbors?
You know, you believe a certain neighbor was your friend. You know, her and I, we'd go shopping together. We'd even take my car. But now my heart's just broken.
Our house is bright blue. It turned out way brighter than we expected.
I think it's pretty.
Well, it doesn't matter now. Our attorney said that we have to sell it.
Well, he told us.
Yeah.
A tragedy like this, you'll learn real quick who's your friend and who's your enemy.
Nobody's your friend.
The Guliks and Kaminskis were well acquainted.
Well, we lived on Cedar first. When they moved in, I don't remember. My mind's not right these days.
Yeah, we knew.
You know, I'd consider Miss Kaminsky as my friend, but that just shows you how people are.
Yeah.
You know, Carl knew Edith. You know, we all did.
Just not very well.
You know, just neighbors. But now we're declared enemies.
Well, so be it.
You know, that poor girl. You know, if only she hadn't. You know, we don't know who she was walking home with from school, I guess.
Well, she was missing overnight.
Yeah, overnight.
We were aware of it, but then the Kaminskis came around ringing doorbells.
And then the police.
And then Carl helped out.
You know, everybody said how much he helped.
Yeah, they walked for miles and miles that day, but he's been out of work for a while.
Yeah, this neighborhood.
You wouldn't believe it.
Call themselves Christians.
Well, there are Jews.
Well, it's the white neighborhood, isn't it? You'd expect better.
The murder weapon is yet to be found.
Well, one of the neighbors had an opinion about the house. Some sarcastic, I guess.
Okay.
Something about the color of the house, and Carl said if you don't like it, put sunglasses on.
But he was smiling.
A young man with a sense of humor.
Whoever hid that poor girl's body in our basement obviously was trying to set up Carl.
If there were fingerprints.
The handprint they found is when Carl was down there.
Helping them.
He cooperated with them.
You know, Frank wasn't home. So,
And Carl let him downstairs.
you know, why they came to our house, I don't know. Who said anything? I don't know. It was like everybody had just gone crazy, casting blame on all sides.
Mr. and Mrs. Gulick, it is said that from your son's room, Lake Point police officers confiscated military magazines, pornographic magazines, as well as a dozen knives, including switchblades, U.S. bayonets from World War II era, and also Nazi memorabilia, including this helmet.
Do you have any comment, Mr. and Mrs. Gulick?
They were mainly hobbies.
I don't.
I don't really know.
You know, he wouldn't allow me in his room, you know, not to vacuum or anything.
You know how boys are.
You know, he didn't want his mom.
Poking her nose in.
You know?
Police forensic findings and the DNA fingerprinting constitute a tissue of circumstance linking your son to the murder, but cannot rise to revelation.
Well, you know, Mr. Filko, our attorney, he said it was circumstantial evidence.
I call it bullshit.
Frank.
Bullshit.
Eyewitnesses seem to disagree. Two parties report having seen Carl Gulick and Edith Kaminsky walking together in the afternoon.
But your son Carl, he says he was on his motorcycle all afternoon.
He's just a boy.
He's not capable of lying.
Look, I would discipline him sometimes.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to, otherwise,
Well, you know, he's always been a good eater,
he's a quiet boy.
but you can't guess his thoughts.
He loved us.
Well, you know, he's always been well behaved at home. Always, you know, that ugly picture of the newspaper.
That wasn't him.
You wouldn't believe the cruelty of the human.